Alrighty guys, so these are super yummy date-sweetened peanut butter balls that were actually inspired by a Trisha Yearwood Food Network special that I was watching, and apparently she and Garth Brooks loves these guys. So anyways, I decided to health it up a little bit, and these are amazing little bites to be eating. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna start off with half a cup of dates, and then I mix that with a quarter cup of warm water, and I just let it sit there, and eventually I'm gonna grind it up, okay, so that it gets nice and soft. So here is what I ended up with, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a little bit of maple syrup. I'd say about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Maple syrup can actually end up being pretty sweet, so you can adjust it according to your liking. So 2 to 3 tablespoons, and then what I'm gonna do is over medium heat, I'm just gonna cook this guy a little bit, just because I added that water to the dates. I don't want it to make the cereal too soggy, so I'm just gonna cook that for about a minute or so. I just added a nice pinch of salt because, like I usually say, salt really brings out the sweetness in sweet foods. And then this is natural peanut butter, so I'm gonna put in 1 cup. The thing with natural peanut butter is make sure to stir it, because sometimes the oil and the peanut butter separates, and then you end up getting, you know, this goopy mess that can make this recipe kind of not work as well. So I'm gonna cook that for about another minute or 2 over medium heat, and the peanut butter also makes everything coagulate as well. So there's that, and then so this is 2 cups of your Rice Krispie cereal, and afterwards you can just turn the heat off, and you're just going to stir, and everything's going to thicken up and really kind of mesh together. I mean, basically guys, we're making like a peanut butter Rice Krispie treat, so this is not gonna be too hard. So you're gonna just stir it around right now, but make sure to let it cool before you start forming it into balls, because it can get pretty hot. So yeah, now time for formation. So I have a piece of wax paper there, and then I put on some gloves, which helps with the heat. Again guys, please be careful with this, especially if you're making it with kids or anything. Basically, I would reckon each of those balls to be about 2 inches in diameter. You can make it as big or as small as you want, but you know, if you want kind of treats to nibble on along the way, I'd recommend not making the balls too big. So just a final dusting of sea salt, which again is going to really bring out the flavor. Like anytime something is a little bit too sweet, I don't end up liking it as much, but if I add salt to it, then I think it tastes a lot better. Basically, these guys are ready to go. You just set it aside for a couple of hours, have it thicken up. But if you want to take it to the next level, I have just about like a quarter cup of melted dark chocolate. So this doesn't have any milk fat or butter in it, and you can put it in a piping bag, but I thought it would just be a little bit more rustic if you just do it with a spoon, and then you just, you know, make little squiggle things, and sometimes a big blob comes down, which is actually great. So this actually takes probably about like 4 hours to really firm up. You can put it into the refrigerator if you want. These balls don't actually get as hard as when you're mixing, you know, like corn syrup and the different kinds of syrup, because it just doesn't like crystallize as much, because we're using dates and then we're using maple syrup, but they are still super good, but maybe just a tad softer than your usual. So there you go guys, date-sweetened peanut butter balls with a chocolate drizzle. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be such a great snack. Again, you know, eat it sparingly, but it's really just so good. As usual guys, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!